Welcome to today's lesson. In this video we are going to be considering the term Definizione Stradali. Definizione Stradali. In English it simply means the definition of road, or you can also as well state it as the meaning of road. We're going to be looking at the definition of road, what road is all about. So then let's go. So the topic says strada. Strada simply means road. Now it says la strada è un'area aperta alla circolazione dei pedoni, degli animali e dei veicoli. So he's trying to say that a road is that access which permits the transitions of leg movement, animal movement, and transition of vehicles as well. It could be motor vehicles, cars, motorcycles, and a host of others. Then let's proceed. It says, può essere a senso unico o a doppio senso di circolazione. Now, what is simply talking about here is saying that this road that we are talking about, it could be senso unico or doppio senso. Now, we are looking at the categories of road here. Here is making us understand that when we are talking about road, there are two major types of road that we have. Now, this is where we have the senso unico and the doppio senso. And in English, senso unico, the word senso unico, just look at that statement, unico. Unico simply means something that is singular. A single something. Now, he's trying to say that this type of road is one lane, a single lane road. It permits the transition of vehicles on a single lane. Without you as a driver, there is no other motor coming at your front. And talking about something like this, an example of that, we have something like this. These are some of the roads that we normally find in autostrada. If you look at this road, you see that if you look at the carreggiata, you see that we have two carreggiata here, and each part permit the transition of vehicle on one lane without another motor coming on the other side. Now you can see it. This is a clear example of it. This is how senso unico look like. You can see it here. So it permits the transition of vehicle on a single lane. Now let's move on. Okay. And it says, and at the same time, può essere a doppio senso di circolazione. Road could be also a double lane of transit. When we are talking about the double lane of transit, we are simply saying that road could be a double lane of transit in a situation whereby you as a driver, you are driving on the road and there is another motor coming on your way, coming at the front. So a clear example of that is this very one. This is doppio senso. You can see it. This one permits the transition of vehicles on both sides. You as a driver that is driving, there is another motor coming at your front. You can see it. This is doppio senso. Doppio senso is different from senso unico. In doppio senso, it permits the transition of vehicles on both sides. While senso unico, it permits the transition of vehicles just on a single lane. So we are still on it. Don't forget we are considering the definition of road. Definizione stradale, the meaning of road. And it says, può essere suddivisa in più carreggiata in presenza di una traffico. Now, it says when we are talking about road also consists of carreggiata. Carreggiata is that, exit which permit the transition of vehicles. Now, a clear example of what we are talking about is this one. Road, this is the road that we are talking about. And there is making us understand that road consists of so many things. In road, we have different pattern of, of entrance of transit. Now, we are going to be looking at it one after the other so that you will know what we are talking about here. So these are the things that made up road. Road is not just, there are so many things that made up road. So one of the things is what is the marcia piedi. You can see it here. Whenever you are, you are learning Italian driving lesson class, or whenever you are attending the class, or whenever you are studying, and you come across this word marcia piedi is that part of the road which permit the transit of legs. And don't forget that the definition says that it permits the transition of legs. Now, when we are looking at the road aspect, now whenever you see the word marcia piedi, this is the part of the road, this is the type of road that permits the transition of legs. It means on this particular road, it's only leg that is permitted, to trek on this road. Are we together? So another one again is the pista ciclabile, and this one is also part of road. So the pista ciclabile, if you look at it here, now this is what I'm talking about. The pista ciclabile. The pista ciclabile, whenever you see the word ciclabile simply means bicycle. So the pista ciclabile is that exist, that entrance, which permit or allow the movement of bicycle. In this type of road, it's only bicycle that is permitted to transit on this very road. Bicycle can be driven on this road. So another one again is the carreggiata. So the carreggiata is where you have is an access, that permit the transition of vehicles. Now you can see it. This is the carreggiata. Inside the carreggiata, this is where you find the corsia. The corsia is the part where the motor transit. You can see it here. So the corsia is found inside the carreggiata. You can see it here. So another one again that another thing that we can also find on the road is the corsia di emergenza. We all know what emergency is all about. So when you see the word the corsia di emergenza, it simply means that on this very road, is an emergency road. The word an emergency simply means, it says on this particular road, you can only make use of it in terms of emergency. Take for instance that your car broke down, you can soster. The word soster simply means you can park there for some period of time just to, fix yourself up. And another one again, in terms of, the transit of ambulance, anything that is emergency, or maybe in terms of police or whatever, so they are the only thing that is allowed to transit on this particular road. So the banchina is the ending of the road, the side of the road. So this is where we are ending our class today. So please do endeavor to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to click on the notification button so that whenever we are making videos available, you will be the first person to be notified. Stay blessed. Bye.